Hello again. Welcome back to our podcast, When Ordinary is No Longer Enough. I've got my husband, Kerry Clark, with me. You say hello to everybody.
Hello, friends, and those who follow us through this journey.
Yeah, welcome back. We are so excited to...
Welcome back.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like
okay.
love.
Yes, okay.
Welcome. We're excited to bring to you and to talk with you today about our upcoming podcast. We're introducing on the subject of passion. What's your passion? Your gift? What is it that just burns deep inside that you know is your passion for doing? So, Kerry, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure, I don't mind. So we're in life's growth area number 1, our home, education, personal life. And this first episode that we're about to share with you is on passion. And it's about the passion that lives within you. Every one of us are gifted with something. And when we find it, that passion comes flooding out because we've connected to that thing that we were meant to do by our Creator.
Okay. So we're going to really deep dive into that and explore it a little bit more. But we're going to look at it with different lens. We're going to look at it from the uncommon perspective.
Of course.
Never the common perspective. That would be Kerry's passion. Is to teach you how to live your life in an uncommon fashion, one that's set apart, different, holy. So that's the take that we're going to view passion from this time around.
Okay, if you would, take a listen.
What you are and who you are is a gift to all creation. And I declare that you today are no longer common. Growth area number 1, having an uncommon home, education, and personal life. These 3 areas make up what I call our life, your life, my life. You see, the average person dies before ever completing or accomplishing their heart's passion. What that means is there's something that's been planted inside of each and every one of us that makes us unique, makes us different, makes us unlike anyone else, that's buried inside of us that many times, more often than not, when you hear that word, that means it's normal. 51% of the time or higher, which means it's normal. Most people die before ever touching, accomplishing, or going after what's buried deep within their heart. It takes an uncommon individual to step out on a limb to release what's down within their soul. That passion, that gift, that talent, that skill that only you have, that only you sometimes know about. Others can actually see it, and many times when we're lost, when we let normal take over, we can't see that passion, that gift any longer. For every day that goes by that normal has control of us, it's every day that we get further and further away from our passion, and therefore we'll need some others to help us identify it. It's that thing that you're good at, the thing that you don't even have to try to do, yet you're able to do. It's that skill, that talent, that gift that you're passionate about. But it takes an uncommon person to step out on the limb and say, hey, I'm going to do what's been buried down in my heart. I'm going to give birth. I'm going to make something come alive that was once dead that only I can do. Common is the person who tries to change situations and people around them in order to create their happiness instead of just being happy. You see, when you lose your way, when you lose your passion, when you lose your gift, when you lose your skill, what you will do then is what every other normal human being does. And that's try to change circumstances and even people, if that means the key to you being happy. You see it every day. Well, I can't be happy because of so-and-so, or I can't be happy because of my spouse, or they made me unhappy. That's a statement, or you no longer make me happy. In fact, that's the normal excuse that you don't want to be in control of your happiness. In fact, you're a victim to someone else's happiness, meaning you're victimized because in order for you to be happy, you need someone else to make you happy. That just means you're normal, ordinary, average, mediocre, just like someone else. In fact, if you get a hold of your passion, your gift, your skill, your talent, nothing on earth, no human being on earth can ever stop you from ever enjoying the happiness that's truly yours that truly comes from the one who gave it to you. No person can change someone else to make themselves happy. You see, change has to happen within. So you got to always think, what must I change about me in order to become that person, that self-fulfilled person? In fact, what would make you happy, and you don't know this, is because it's not normal teaching. And I'm going to give you a hint today. If you seek after performing, fulfilling your gift, that's the time in which you're the most happiest. When you do something for others that only you can do. When you say something to others that only you can say. When you perform that act of kindness, that act of that talent that you have locked in the inside of you, when you do that, that's when you're at your happiest. When you fulfill your gift, that's when you're at your happiest. See, what happens when people decide not to fulfill their gift and talents? They put on what I call the mask. And everyone tries to live behind that mask. That, let's see, how can I say it? You've seen the movie Halloween, and there's a little boy in Halloween, Michael Myers. And he puts on a Halloween mask, and he becomes a new person, so we think. In fact, what he's becoming is himself, even though that's a very weird way to look at it. And that's what each of us do every morning. Instead of being ourselves, we put on a mask to hide who we really are. We hide that talent, that skill, that craft, that ability, those ideas and concepts that only we have. Listen to this. Taking off this mask and realizing that no one is really looking is a true sign that you're not like the rest. I like to say it that way because we put on a mask thinking all eyes are on us, that everyone is looking at us, when in fact, no one is looking at you because they're too busy looking at themselves. I heard someone say once that when you're in a conversation with someone, the most important person another person wants to speak about is themselves. In other words, when you're in a conversation, you only want to think of and talk about yourself. In fact, anytime you take a group photo together, the only time that photo is bad is when you don't think the picture of yourself is any good. So that's where we hide behind these things. We don't look at our true selves. In fact, we're constantly trying to wear a mask so that we can portray an image that we think others are looking at. The mask is only needed when you are embarrassed about who you are based on imaginary standards created by others. I like that. I need to say that again. The mask is only needed when you're embarrassed about who you are based on imaginary standards created by someone else. I would hate to go through life trying to fill the standards of somebody I don't really know. See, we try to choose our vehicles and the places that we live to impress people that we don't even know. We go through life trying to impress people we'll never get to know. But if you'll just take that mask off, lift it off, it's not hard. In fact, it's an easy step. It's just one that you must take. In fact, putting the mask on is difficult because it takes hours to perfect putting that mask on each day. Every day you're adding to your mask. It's like putting on makeup in the morning. You have to put on a base layer. Then you put on the top layer. Then you put on the eyeliner. And then, Lord God, you do all these other things. You do tucks and lifts and iron your shirts and clothes and wear different suits so that you can impress someone, or you can cover up all the things that you're embarrassed about when there's nothing embarrassing about your gift because you're talented at that gift, that skill. And what's so funny about it is, the thing that you're embarrassed about is the things other people admire about you. You know, your friends have these gifts and talents. And when you look at them, you're like, oh my God, I wish I had such gifts and talents. If I started to tell you about my friends, it would blow your mind. I've written about it. You can check that out at our websites and whatnot. But I have one friend I meet with every Tuesday. And every time we talk, and when he texts me during the week, it blows my mind what he can accomplish. In fact, I'm embarrassed just to sit with him sometimes because I'm like, if you do anything else, I feel like I'm further behind. I'm measuring myself by his gift, by his talent, when in fact, he's not even thinking about that. He thinks he's behind because he's measuring himself by my gift and talent. And so each Tuesday, we have to remove our mask. And as I conclude this section for today, I want to leave you with this question. Why wear a mask to hide who you are? Why in the world would you wear a mask to hide who you are?
All right, welcome back. We sure do hope that you guys enjoyed our podcast where we had the opportunity to take a deep dive into the word passion, your gift, your way of being set apart and uncommon. So, Kerry, you want to close us out as we kind of bring to an end the podcast?
So again, we have put these podcasts together in this episode on passion so that we can encourage you and everyone who listens to it that there's something that you were created to do that's unlike any other person on the planet. And it's my goal, our goal, to bring that out of you, or in other words, take you to a new level. A new level. Yes. New level of having a life unlike anyone else, starting with your home, your education, and your personal life. And this is just episode 1 of that, getting you started with that thing that's planted on the inside of you. We call it passion, but it's really your gift, your talent, your skill that you have that's unlike any other person on the planet.
We look forward to seeing you again here on our channels as we talk about when ordinary is no longer enough, and we focus on the word
happiness.
But until then, you can find us on our different platforms at
it's on YouTube and our website, KerryClark.com.
Hello and welcome to another session of
Oh, this is bad.
All right, so we certainly hope that you guys enjoyed that podcast where we had an opportunity to share with you some of our thoughts related to when ordinary is no longer common. No. Okay.
Take 2, 3, whatever it is.
Okay. When ordinary is no longer common.
No. When ordinary is no longer enough. I wasn't ready. All right.